Hello.
Hi.
Just as I pressed record, she said,
I went, oh no.
Oh no.
Sorry. I was just off by one stitch.
You're good now?
Yes.
Welcome to Two Tangled Skeins. I'm Sue. It wouldn't be a beginning without something, right?
That's right.
I'm Sue, also known as Crafty Knitter 7. We are Saturday, January 23rd, and this is episode 143. And I'm calling it...
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm calling it 1400 and counting because we hit 1400 members. Although that could change during the episode because sometimes we say something and, you know, just gotta write it down.
So let's try not to be super offensive today.
Yeah. So welcome to new and returning viewers.
I'm Lynn, also known as Toll Baby. You can find us on Ravelry. We have a group where we have lots of crazy stuff going on and we give away lots of fun prizes and stuff, so come join. You can find us on YouTube and Twitter as Two Tangled Skeins. Our blog is twotangledskeins.com, and we have a Facebook group as well. And you can find Sue and I on Instagram as Crafty Knitter 7 and Toll Baby.
Imagine that. We really have to get Selma on Instagram.
I barely use it as it is.
I don't post a lot, but I look at a lot of stuff.
I don't.
Oh my god, lately I've had so many follower requests.
I'm up to almost 500. It's crazy.
Oh.
I barely post anything.
I was up to, I was following 1,500 people, but I had more than that following me, and I kind of dwindled down the ones I
follow about 50 people.
Sweet.
People I know.
So you don't miss their posts.
Sort of, yeah. Because otherwise there's just way too much going on.
Yeah. So, the mighty foes.
I suppose I should put this down now.
Yes.
I'm the only one who has any foes.
Well, I sort of have one. It's tiny.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I have a tiny foe. I finished a blanket square. Look at me. Yes. So, don't know what the yarn is. None of these, except for this purple, I know was Selma's sweater. I don't know what any of the other ones are. I think most of them are from Mina, because when I had...
Took her a minute.
When I had started my other blanket, I had started it with the minis from Mina, who is the host of Knitting Expat. And then I ripped it out because everybody was ripping out their blankets, and I was like, I'm going to rip mine out too. But this one I'm not allowed to rip out.
Nope.
So look at all the blanket squares I have. Stop it.
Well, stop sticking your arm right in my face.
So this is knit on 2.25 millimeters, which is a US one. And I'm doing the knitted patchwork recipe. I'm looking at yours because you have part of it. Knitted patchwork recipe by Martina Ellis, and I cast on 52 stitches.
Because she's crazy pants.
That's it.
All right.
Your turn.
You have to put it back on now.
Okay. I had it on, but it's holy shoots, it's hot.
Yeah, family show.
Where's the... Hang on. You want to see...
The lace panel.
Lace panel.
So this is my Magdalena hat that I had finished last week but forgot to bring with me. It is by Emily Mattis, who is not only local to us and a friend of ours, but she's also one of our featured designers of the month for our camp. So this was like super bonus points. And it is out of Sublime Yarns Angora Merino in ice blue. And it was done... Did I write it down? No, of course I didn't, because I told you everything last week. I know that the large part is done in a size 7, but I think this is a size 4.
Yeah.
The ribbing.
Sure.
So a 4.5 millimeter and a 3.5 millimeter. Mm-hmm. And yeah, Sue was like, as soon as I took it out of my purse, she put it on. She's like, okay, I'm good. And then 2 minutes later, she's like, wow, hot. It's very warm. It's Angora.
It's pretty amazing. I don't think it's my color, but it's pretty amazing.
Nope. That's why I didn't make it in green. You want a green Magnolia?
I
You
have
can make
one.
your own. Okay.
I test knit it for Emily.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Oh, apparently everybody and their brother
down.
test knit it for Emily. So, because Lillian was showing hers off on Facebook.
Holly tested it too, and she's made several.
What? You've seen this?
I know, but it's finished, and it's freaking gorgeous.
So I finished one of the blanket squares for my cousin's blanket for her wedding. So this is the June 2013 square.
Totally not coming out.
It needs to block. Yeah, this is teal. This is a bright
I don't understand
teal.
The color problems we're having.
It's blues. Everybody has the same problem.
Okay.
But anyway, this is the June 2013 square by Tammy Eigenman Thompson. She designs a square, a cabled square every month, and they're freebies on Rav.
Like still?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Thing is, she only leaves them free
For a certain amount of time.
for 12 months, and then she closes the collection and sells it as an ebook as the whole, all 12 squares. So I've been saving them since I joined Ravelry.
2008?
Yeah, wow. I have a lot of them. Good to know. So this is June 2013. I love this one. I love the snowflakes. It's going to block like longer than it is because, well, okay, I say that. It's acrylic, so it might not. But I do plan on crocheting a gray, one row of gray. I think it's going to be half double, probably.
Okay.
Of around the square, just so to sort of bring them all together, because they're three really strange colors to put together.
You need a neutral in the middle.
Yeah, I needed something to break it up. I'm sure my cousin doesn't care if it's broken up, but I needed to break it up.
You are the maker. You can do as you wish.
So, this is out of Knit Picks Brava, which is their worsted acrylic, in the Marina colorway on size US 7 needles, which is a 4.5 millimeter needle. As I said, you can find all her patterns on Rav. It's Tammy Eigenman is Eigeman, and Thompson is with a B.
And as far as acrylics go, what do you think of Brava?
I like it. It's very soft. But it has excellent stitch definition, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Now, would you knit yourself a blanket in acrylic?
Yes.
Okay. Just asking.
Yes. I'm not picky. I wouldn't knit myself a sweater out of this.
Okay.
Because it's soft, but you can tell it's acrylic. Like, you can feel that it's acrylic. But it's very nice to work with.
And I mean, as a blanket in acrylic, wash and dry.
Exactly. That's why I'm doing it, because...
Kids? Do they have kids?
Well, no, but they're gonna.
Okay, I thought they already had kids for some reason.
No. They're not. Okay. They don't yet have kids. And I will admit that I modified the pattern slightly, because she had this border around the edges called honeycomb stitch. And it's basically little teeny cables
doing this
all the way across.
You do not want to do little teeny cables. Did you do seed stitch?
I did seed stitch.
Okay.
I hate seed stitch, but I did seed stitch because there was no way I was going to do little cables.
It's nice.
I tried it when I first started the square, and I swear to you, one row took me an hour and a half. And I was like, nope.
Rip.
Her current squares, the ones that are coming out now, it's actually larger cables up the border, and I was like, nope, sticking with the seed stitch.
You've got enough cables. Are they all cabled in the square?
All of them.
Well, there you go. You've got enough cables.
There are enough cables.
We could say your experience with cables now.
Oh yeah, I can read the charts without even having to look what the thing is, because I can read cables like nobody's business now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
knitting a blanket will do that for someone.
I just love the stitch definition on this.
It is. It's really nice.
They're so pretty.
I mean, it doesn't look like acrylic from here.
Nope.
Can I see how if it's... It is actually really soft.
Yeah. Oh, it's lovely to knit with.
Huh.
It's very nice.
Very
I just
surprising.
don't think I'd want to wear it as a sweater.
No. Very nice.
Well, I don't think I'd want anything worsted as a sweater, to be honest.
So, will I be blocking this blanket?
I don't know.
I'm asking now.
Well, do you want to see how this one blocks out?
Yes.
Because I want to block it before I put the crochet border on it.
Okay.
Just so it's a little bit easier to work with.
I can do that for you.
Alrighty. Sweet. Here you go.
Because, I do have her blocking wires.
But yeah, the color is nowhere near coming out properly. Go on Knit Picks website. Look at the Brava. That's Marina. The next one you're going to see is a different color. And my last faux, I finished my socks. And these are my sock blockers.
Did you show your blanket already?
Blanket? No, because that's... I don't show that in faux. I show it in whips.
Okay. Sorry.
I've been doing it for months. Where have you been?
Right here?
You were yelling at me for not paying attention last night.
On the couch?
Ha! So these are my Kick in the Pants socks by Lollipop Yarn. Clearly I did not use Lollipop Yarn to knit them. maybe I'll make another pair. But
see, those colors are coming out fine.
Yep. Well, the teal is coming out a little more blue than it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's because I'm wearing blue. I'm not helping. So this is Juliana's Fiber Lucid Dream Socks, and there is no colorway name. She has a similar colorway in her shop, but instead of the green stripes here, she has dark blue, and the brown is a bit darker and a bit less rich. It's a more of a driftwood type brown. The colorway is driftwood.
Those are really jewel tones.
Yes, I love them. They're so pretty. Sadly, they've informed me that they don't want to live with me.
Who are they living with?
They want to go live with my friend Sarah.
Oh.
Hopefully they will fit her.
I love it when knitting talks to you.
I was knitting them, and halfway through the second one, they said, nope, I'm not yours. So I'm like, well, fine. Which gave me the motivation to finish them quicker, because quite frankly, if they were for me, they would languish, probably. Languish, not language. Keep your hair out of my hat.
I had it on my head. What do you expect?
They are done on... Yes, looking at the show notes, because they're in a different place than they usually are. She actually put a little typing stand up. They are on US 1.5, which is 2.5 millimeter needles. And as I said, that's Juliana's, but there's no colorway name. So these are the kick in the pants socks, and I would highly, highly recommend doing this pattern. It is so much fun. And actually, if you want to see something really cool,
I'm going to use that for my next sock.
Look at the inside. Isn't that neat?
Oh, yeah.
I love the inside. Sorry. Because I'm a nerd. So, yes, those are going to live with my friend Sarah. And that's all my clothes.
Cool. Whips and chains.
Rob has actually started watching the podcast. Not always the whole podcast, but he started watching the podcast. And last week he calls me the next day and he's like, whips and chains? Really? I was like, it refers to crochet!
Don't know what you're thinking.
He was not surprised either.
Go for it.
Okay.
Or
apparently it's not there.
I can go. Doesn't matter.
Well, I have quite a few. Now I'll talk about my blanket. Because I added 5 squares to my blanket this week. Sorry, I need my notes. Because I actually do keep track of like all the squares and what they are and who gave them to me and so on and so forth. So on the bottom row, I added only 2. Oh, okay. Wrong end. I need completely the opposite end of the blanket. So this is the bottom row. I added the green and the, well, it's sort of blackish, but sort of purplish too.
What's this?
That is the graffiti.
Sorry, I saw a yarn and I'm like, oh.
It is spun right round graffiti. Betty Phillip gave me that.
Nice.
So, anyway, this one is Mad Tosh Merino Light in the Roasted Hatch Chilies colorway. It's so soft.
What a name.
It's from Kathy, who is a friend of the podcast. She VKNs with us, and the camera
I just kicked the camera. I'm sorry.
Her fault.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to move over a little bit, because she kicked it over that way. So, the Roasted Hatch Chilies.
You just want to get close to me.
Yeah, that's it. That's why. Sorry, I just had to see what it said on her boobs.
Bicycle
Craft Brewery.
Thank you.
Which is local.
Yes.
You just did it again. You kicked the table anyway.
It's because the
typing stand is sitting up against the tripod.
Feet away.
And this one here is Miss Bab's Hot Shot Into the Void. And it is not showing up properly. That's not blue. There's sort of like browns and purples in it.
Which one are you showing?
The bottom one.
Okay.
And it's not showing up properly. I really wish you could see this because it's gorgeous.
I'm going to have to push my husband to finish our studio late.
And then I did the 3 squares on the top. So, sorry. Oh, and the Miss Babs was also from Kathy. This one here is called Knitting Rose Yarns, and it is Coffee Crunch. Not sure I'd ever buy this. It's really pretty. It is so scratchy.
I bought some knitting rows at our first stitches, and that was that chocolate covered cherries color, and I never did finish the socks. They're scratchy.
So scratchy. It's really pretty though. I mean, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous brown. And it's a tonal, so it's got some complexity to it. I really like it, but I wouldn't knit with it. This pink, she had no idea what it was. It's also from Kathy. She literally had the label on the skein saying the unknown one. So, unless there's a yarn called the unknown one, she doesn't know what this is. And I'm just realizing that I pulled that a little tight when I seamed it. And this last one is from our friend Mandy, who is Mandy Pinecone on Ravelry, and what's her podcast? Mandy Pinecone Crafts?
Yes.
Podcast. This is Cupcake Yarns, of course, because Mandy loves her some Cupcake Yarns. And I'm really bummed because Jen is going to get the best colors out of this mini.
Keep it for yourself and make another mini.
No, I don't have enough.
Oh.
Jen gets all my leftovers.
See?
She makes
it is your fault, Jen.
This time it is. So this is the sprinkles base. I don't know if you can see the sparkle, but this is called Good versus Evil. And so far I have most of the Maleficent colors. The black and the purple are Maleficent, and the blue, green, and pink, which I'm not going to get any of in my square, are the 3 fairies from Sleeping Beauty. I'll see if I can. It should be right on top here. I don't have that many minis. You can see the pink with some green poking through. So Jen gets all the pink. I was really bummed last night when I finished the square. I was like, no, I was hoping that I was going to get some of the pink. No pink for me. So that is the Cupcake Yarns Sprinkles Base Good versus Evil from Mandy. So thank you very much, Mandy. Lovely stuff. Thank you, Kathy. We met with some viewers of the podcast last night at our knit night. And it was kind of funny because I was working on my blanket square. And one of them said, oh, what is that? So I pulled it out. And she's like, it's the blanket! I'm seeing the blanket in person!
Yes, so Carrie and Linda, it was really nice to meet you.
Yes. Loads of fun. And then we had some random quilter stop and admire our knitting.
She was admiring your
and
blanket.
She was like, whoa. Because she's a quilter, right? So blankets are interesting. But yes, it was very amusing that the lady was just like, what are you all knitting on? And then she said, what's that? And I pulled it out and she's like, oh.
That was hilarious.
Sorry.
But
and that lives in here.
Now we have people to visit in London.
You so bag, which is covered in hair. Yes, it's really covered in hair because my cat was rubbing up against it this morning. So this is my You So and So bag, and I have to admit, who is it who's doing a giveaway? Is it Andrea?
Yes.
Okay, so Andrea is currently doing a giveaway for one of her bags. And it really made me want to go into her shop and buy a bag, so I started poking around. Holy crap, the exchange rate is killing us right now. One of her medium bags was some like $45. It was ridiculous.
We got them for free.
Well, these ones, yes. But I wanted another one because I really like that forest one.
Yeah, we can't do it. The dollar's just killing us.
Our dollar's in the toilet right now. It's at a, 18 or 20 year low, they said?
Yeah, well, there's talk of a recession, so...
Yes.
Anyways, we won't get into that stuff.
I'm really hoping the government does something about it soon because it's getting expensive. Our groceries. A head of cauliflower is $8. It's nuts. So, anyway, that's my blanket.
That's why we don't have cauliflower this week.
Yeah. That is based on the Knitted Patchwork Recipe by Martina Ellis, which is what she's using as well, and the Memory Blanket by Georgie Ham. Mine is on size 2.75 millimeter needles, which is a US 2. Because I can babble for about 15 minutes, apparently, for one project.
Yep.
So, Jen, pay attention. It's the Jen show. This is my hitchhiker. It saw very pathetic work this week. I only did 2 teeth, so I think I'm up to 16 or 17.
It's pretty good, but it keeps getting bigger, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. The rows keep getting longer, so it's not fun anymore.
And it's just garter?
Yeah, it's garter stitch, and it's really boring. So as long as I'm watching X-Files, I'm good.
I was going to say,
As
use
I'm
it
not
while you're
watching
watching
TV, it's like,
something.
"Oh." But yes, this is my Hitchhiker by Martina Beam.
So is that your progress keeper?
Yes, this is my Dicky Do, as Sarah calls them.
Yeah, pretty good progress.
This is where I was from last week.
Still.
So I did 2 teeth. I do a pattern repeat at a time. Once I'm done the 8 rows, I stop and do something else.
And then
I come back to it. So, but I always make sure that I do the entire pattern repeat before I put it down again.
You don't want to put it down.
Mid-pattern repeat.
Who was I watching that did that? It was a couple weeks ago. It was one of the podcasters I was watching put it down mid-row and then mucked it up when she picked it back up. I just can't remember who.
Because I've made too many mistakes in the past. So, that's the Hitchhiker. It is out of Bittersweet Woolery, Guilty Pleasures, in the Shagalicious colorway.
For which, yes, they're going to be hairy, but I have socks.
Sue did her Hermione's Everyday Socks out of those. Hers is a lot more orange than mine is. Mine is a lot more yellow and brown.
And I'm wearing my green today.
Oh, and yeah. She likes the Hermione's Everyday Socks. I am using size 2.5 needles, which is 3 millimeters. And Rachel was making fun of me on the VKN because I'm using straights. Only because I didn't have a circ in this size. It's not because I like knitting with straights, because I don't. Sorry, Stephanie. I know the Yarn Harlot loves herself some straights. I'm not big on them. And that is living in my Meanie Makes Heffalump bag, which I love. I love my Heffalumps. So that is from whip number 2. What else have I got? I have all the whips.
Elven. Oh no, sorry, blanket square.
This is the next blanket square. Super exciting. I just got past the seed stitch, so I'm like
it's
2 rows in.
green.
It is. It's on the screen. It matches her shirt. It's close. It's close. It's a little more turquoisey than her shirt is, because her shirt is actually a much brighter green than it's showing up there. Mm-hmm. But so this is the April 2015 square, again by Tammy Agaman Thompson. This is also Knit Picks Brava worsted in the Tranquil colorway, and it is on size 7, which is a 4.5 millimeter needle. This is my boy. This is the one that I like.
Yeah.
Love this needle. You can see at the join that there are threads. So the metal is actually screwed into the plastic. These do not come apart. They are super pointy. They are lovely to work with. Best cheap needles I have ever bought. I tried to buy some more at Michael's the other day. They're not cheap anymore.
No, they're not. Yeah,
$10.
They're not.
I spent like $2 for this when I started knitting. Apparently, I've been talking too much about how awesome the boy needles are and the price has gone up. Either that or it's just our dollar sucking again. But anyway, so that's my blanket square, and it lives in Mama Amanda Panda bag. This is Little Panda 518 on Ravelry, who is the Stitching You and More podcast and the Stitch Together 4G Etsy shop.
Awesome!
I memorized it.
She got it, Amanda!
Yeah, Sarah, pay attention. I have to make fun of Sarah because every time she tries to name all Amanda's stuff, she's like, I practiced. I actually sat down and practiced saying it. Because I'm a dork. What was the other thing? Oh, yes, the Elven Pixie. So, y'all remember my blanket disaster last week? With the broken...
Y'all?
Yes, shut up.
We VKN too much with some Americans.
We do. With some Southern Americans.
Yes.
Well, no. Americans who live in the South.
Yes.
Not South Americans. So I cast on again. Sue loaned me a needle. And I cast on again, and that's about how far I got. I'm literally 3 rows in. I have a little row counter. I ran out of stitch markers, as you can tell, so I used a bunch of blocking stitch markers that Sue loaned me. Mm-hmm. I will replace them with stitch markers when I get home. So that's as far as I got. This is the Elven Pixie Baby Blanket by Tall Gal Knits. The yarn is Schachenmeyer SMC Bravo, in colorway 8184. It's a lovely marled light blue, gray, and white. It's a 3-ply.
It's pretty.
And I have 5 balls of this, so I'm very excited. And when I bought it, because I bought that at that little quilt shop in Rideau Ferry, when I bought it, it was for a baby blanket. I knew it was going to become a baby blanket someday. So, and these are size 7 needles again. Notice the theme?
Yeah, you and me both.
Which is 4.5 millimeters. So this is why we're both starting to run out of needles here, because we're both working on 7s. And that is living in my Art by Anna Farm Animals bag, which I love. My cows.
That's the one she sent us, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
My cows and pigs and chicken and sheep. I have a sheep. So that's one more whip. And this is barely worth showing you, but Sue just wants me to show you the color.
Yes.
Look at that.
It is that bright.
It's actually brighter than it looks there.
It rivals
eye searing.
It rivals my pink from Bittersweet.
This is a sock. Eventually. I finished my socks.
She literally joined it in the round here.
Yeah. I cast it on last night during the VKN and then went, okay, I cast on the stitches. I am too tired to knit this. Good night. So this is out of, no, it's not Floromania. It is,
It's right there.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Shit. You did it again. Yes.
Sorry.
And you said a bad word.
I keep...
Clearly, we just can't have nice things.
I may or may not edit that out.
So there are 2 whole rows there. And it is out of Filatura Lana Rota Fluorotime, which I got from Little Barn Yarns at Rhinebeck a couple of years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, because Sue also got her.
Bright green, yellow, and blue. It's her fault because she's like, ooh, and I'm like, ooh.
She wanted some Floromania. This was a lot cheaper. This was $9 a ball. Floromania is like $16 or $17.
I did end up getting a ball of Floromania, but it was hilarious because in Little Barn Yarn?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a huge lineup. So you go in the door and it goes around.
You're in
the
a lineup
tables.
until you get to the cash register.
I just wanted to look at the yarn. So I was walking and I got the stink eye from
You're
a
supposed
couple
to stay in
people.
line and look when you get there.
Yeah. And I was like, I just want to see that.
And God forbid you have to step out of the line to get what you want because you will have to go all the way back to the back.
Anyway, so then I just gave my ball to her because she was in the line already.
He wasn't there last year. I was kind of bummed.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he'll be at Maryland.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'm going to be at Maryland. But anyway. So yes, this lovely fluorescent stuff. Mine is all pinks and oranges. Mm-hmm. And some very, very pale parts that are almost white. I'm trying something different.
Okay.
It's the same stitch count I used for the Kick in the Pants. But I went down to a 2.25 millimeter needle, which is US 1.
I'm going to be doing a 2.25 on mine because I normally knit Ashley's on a 2.75 and I knit them, they were supposed to be for me, they ended up for her, 2.5s and they fit like a glove.
Yep.
Because these are loose. Let me see how loose they are. We'll see.
So, weirdly enough, this is 76% wool and 24% nylon. I guess that was how they avoided...
Yep.
Like, trademark infringement. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's lovely, very, very eye-searing stuff. And when I realized that those socks were not going to be for me, I wanted to cast me on a pair of socks. And those live in my other Mamanda Panda bag. This was pre-stitched together 4G. She actually just made this for me because she's awesome. And it's owls. My cousin calls it my Hebrew bag.
Ibu.
Owls are Ibu in French.
But it's Hibo.
Yeah, so she calls them she calls it my Hebrew bag. But it's so cute. And it's got this lovely heart stuff on the inside. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty. And I use my needle keeper from Sue. Which way? Yes, that way. Little foxes. Mm-hmm. So that's all my whips.
Okay.
Yes, I'm finally done.
I'm in the middle, but give me 1 second to put these 2 stitches together.
Knit faster, woman!
So I have another square on the needles and I'm almost done. And I'm really loving this teal. I'm not a teal person, but this is really speaking to me.
Was that a Mandy?
No.
Okay.
So this yarn is Night Owl Fibers in the Happy Thoughts colorway from our friend Rachel, who is Sweet Knits 1997 Night Owl Fibers on Etsy. So, plug.
We do a lot of that. The only reason I didn't cast on one of your yarns for last night, Rachel, is because I needed something either pink or red for February.
Right. So this is knit on 2.25. Oh,
2.25.
But I didn't change the show notes. So 2.25, which is a US one. And like I said, I do the 52 stitches, and it is the Martine Ellis
Knitted
patchwork recipe. Yes, brains. I shouldn't knit while I'm talking. So yeah, I'm getting there. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm on my 9th square.
That's cute. That's cute.
Shut up. I think I'm going to start knitting it on the bust and, freak out the muggles.
I have 58, 59, 60 squares on mine. I love you.
What else? Oh, I wanted to show something before I continue. I blocked my silver and it stretched. Yes. Silk. It's stretched. And look at this. Like it's bigger than my wingspan. And if you go on my project page, my husband took a picture of me with it on my wingspan, and I love it. It's really soft.
Yeah. I've made Rob a pair of socks out of that.
That's right. The other thing on my needles is the Fractal Danger by Martina Beam.
We seem to be
a Martina Beam kick with a bunch of us.
Yeah.
And the reason I chose this one is because it's not asymmetrical. And the camera there. It's not asymmetrical. And Chris from Nerd Girl Yarns made one, and then I was like, I need to have one in a gradient.
Yeah, I have to confess, I'm not a fan of the gradient of the of the asymmetrical shawls. The reason I like the Hitchhiker is
I was going to say, and you're knitting one.
Planning on using it as a scarf,
right?
Not as a shawl. But okay. Yeah, I'm not big on asymmetrical patterns.
So the stitch marker was where I was last week.
Tell what she's been working on.
And I am loving. So it went from dark brown to a chocolate brown, and now I'm into more of like a reddish brown.
Bird sienna.
Yeah.
Learn your crayon colors.
And this was a gradient kit from Fiber Optics. And did I write the colorway on here? Yes. It is the Espresso Crimson Gold gradient. And so I basically knit it into, wound it into a ball. So, but I didn't connect the little skeins. And so it's going to go, can you even see? Yeah, that's the bright one. It's going to go to that bright yellow in the middle. And yes, I am loving it. It is easy peasy. I've been knitting it like obviously a lot. And
who was it commented last night about us having all your knits on the table?
One of the girls that came from London, Linda. And it is in my Little Pockets bag. Let's see if I can get that to focus.
There we go.
Oh,
you had it.
There we go. And I've got this a long time ago. Love the inside.
I love the outside. It's so pretty.
And it fits a yarnet and a project very easily.
Is that standard? No, that's a different fabric.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, it's kind of a canvas. Kind of. And this was knit on size 3.5 millimeters, which is a US 4. The other thing on my needles is the test knit for Mina, which I missed the deadline and she is aware. I got to the 8th row of the first pattern repeat and realized I made a mistake. I'm not sure if I can open this because... So I'm on row 3. Okay, sorry. I've got my pattern keeper. I'll get there. There it is. So that is the Highland Peaks by Mina Phillip, who is the host of Knitting Expat. And I am doing her worsted weight version. And So I think I kind of dropped a stitch. Yes, bad podcaster. I'm like in the middle of a row. Anyway, I will hold it up so you can at least see. I was further along last week, but like I said, I had to rip it out. So that's the green. So
You just dropped stitches, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, and there's a marker in there. Sorry, people.
I'll entertain you for a minute. So I have some good news for proponents of the Yarn It. Because I had a little talk with Kate's social media person the other day.
Okay.
Because I was asking her about the possibilities of purchasing sparkle yarnets.
Mm-hmm.
Because, of course, everybody on the VKNs wants one. I sent mine to Andrea. Because, quite frankly, I don't need to.
I'm like, where'd you get it? That's mine.
Yes, this is yours. So, I have good news. Thus far, it has only been available to customers at VKN Live. No,
Vogue
not
Knitting.
VKN. Vogue Knitting Live. Sorry.
VKL.
Yes, well, that's where I got confused.
Mm-hmm.
So only people who went to Vogue Knitting Live could buy one, but they are going to be hitting the market later this year. So there will be
our
sparkly
persistence has
yarnets.
paid off.
So they were selling so well. She as an experiment, she brought a bunch of them to one of the Vogue Knitting Live shows, and they sold so well that she was like, "Oh,
yeah." That a Vogue Knitting Live show will tell you.
we told you, Kate."
That's where she debuted last year, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, because she sold out and had to go and get more and come back. I don't know if it was
Right.
a debut, but
It must have been New York then.
anyways, I put my project
Now
back
that
on the
she's safe
needles,
again.
and it is in one of my bags that I made myself. Oh, I did that. Okay. Last thing is my Merrick hat. That is my knit project for camp.
I forgot my stash acquisition.
Oh.
I left it at home.
So my Merrick hat, and I will try and find a good picture. That's probably the best picture. So you have smaller cables on the bottom, and then you switch.
I kind of want to make one of those now.
Yeah, I really had a hard time with the switch, and then I got it because it was all new stitches to me. I couldn't understand them. And so I got it going. It's going well. And then you see this black stitch marker here. I'm not sure if you can see it. I had a drop stitch. So I pulled it up, and I'm going to knit around and see how it looks. And I'm hoping it's going to be okay.
That happened to Mandy last night. She finished a sock and then realized she had a drop stitch.
I didn't realize it because the stitch was on the inside. So yes, this is my Merrick hat by Amanda Schwab. And it is in the Blad Dye Works yarn, and I forget the colorway. I think I have the...
Oh yeah, because you didn't put it on the...
Sorry. I saw it somewhere. I don't know where it is.
It'll be in the show notes.
It'll be in the show notes because, me, brain. There it is. Blad Dye Works in the... Doesn't say.
Indeterminate colorway. Because it doesn't say.
No. Oh, sorry. Classic. No. Merino
Yeah.
Malibu.
Maybe Malibu is the colorway?
Yeah, could be. But Blad Dye Works.
Makes sense.
Yep. And I have another skein of it. It's a DK. So I can possibly make maybe some mitts.
Or cowl.
And that is on size 3.75 millimeters, which is a US 5. That's it.
That's it?
Mm-hmm. I haven't knit on anything else.
Ah.
Oh, you're like, wait, keep knitting. Keep talking is what you're saying?
No, I split the yarn. So we had something exciting happen this week. We reached 1,400 members.
1,400. We're at 1,403 as of today. And we did a draw before we started recording. And we have decided to give away 2 patterns to 2 different people, and each the value of $10 US.
Yep.
And so we did the random number generator, and we got number 52, who is DJD Donna, who is actually in her cabin.
Go Team Ermin.
And the other one was member 1040, who is our friend Donna, who is Tech Alum.
It's the day of the Donnas.
Yes, on Ravelry. So Donna, contact me with the Tech Alum, contact me with the pattern that you want, up to $10 US, and DJD, contact Lynn.
You're all mine. Woohoo!
And we will gift you those patterns.
Yeah, she couldn't get over it when she realized they were both Donnas. She was like,
yep. All right, let's see what we have next.
Stash.
Okay, we'll do stash, and then
Stash.
we have a stash. So I got a package from Brandy, and she sent us some minis, and she also sent me this.
Of course she did.
And as soon as my husband saw them, he went, "Oh, great! You're gonna want to hang those up on the trailer, aren't you?"
They're lights, in case anybody's wondering.
Mandy suggested that I hang them on my shelf.
Or across the background.
I could. So, thank you so much. I was really surprised, and oh my, I love them.
Still picking her hair out of my hat.
The other thing... you need a hair removal thing. No, the other thing she sent was a little drawing from her daughter, Letty, who is Violet.
Letty, we love our drawings.
Thank you very much.
They're very pretty.
So cute.
It's going on my fridge.
She sent us
My kids are going to be jealous because I don't put their drawings on my fridge.
She sent us a commissioned dye job from Love Knots, which is called The Gang. And if you look at it, it's all the colors of the group of people that we VKN with all the time. So
that's really distracting. You get Facebook notifications when Facebook is closed.
Yeah, I know. I don't.
Well, look at the group of colors here. This is so cool.
Come on, focus.
There we go. I just have to cover your face. Nope, it's not gonna. Maybe I have to cover my face. Either way.
It just doesn't like it.
Nope.
There we go.
And she also sent us some other cool minis.
Are your tags attached? Because mine fell off.
Mine fell off too, but that's okay because I know which one is Smoke on the Water. That one's Smoke on the Water. And this one
so this is Pretty
Yarn
Pirate?
Pirate.
Yarn Pirate, Pretty Pirate? Okay, because my tags fell off and I was like, I don't know which is which. So she sent us some minis. And she sent us some...
And these are in bubble wrap. They're so cute.
Yeah, because if you put them side by side, they snap together.
Yeah.
Ask me how I know.
Well, they are stuck together.
So she sent us each a couple of needle minders. This...
cool.
I'm not sure if you can see it. Oh, it's hard to see.
Ah, she pays attention.
This is All of Us at Rhinebeck.
I didn't get that one because I wasn't in the damn picture.
Right. And then she sent me my Ravatar for camp. And also, of course, because I love Kevin, she sent me Kevin.
I got a TARDIS. And my favorite doctor, number 10. My friend Roxanne actually just sent me a video of him singing something on YouTube. I love it.
Yeah, I keep them wrapped in plastic because she uses, what are those magnets called?
I don't know.
They're the natural ones. And earth magnets. And they're
strong.
I had a hard time getting them apart. So bubble wrap is where they stay.
Thank you, Brandy. Wow.
Thank you, Brandy.
What were we saying the other day? There were too many people who...
With a Y. Or we were naming everybody with a Y.
Brandy, and we started calling Andrea Andy, and there was Amanda. Well, you have two Amandas, so Mandy and Mandy. And then Amanda's husband's name is Randy, and Jen was like, I'm immune, and I'm like, no, Jandy. Nobody's immune.
No. All right. So that was the stash.
That was probably loud.
Yeah, probably. We have a new giveaway.
Woohoo!
And it is from a Canadian who lives in Calgary, Alberta. And it's Katie from Neko Zuki Knits. That's her Ravelry name and her shop name. And she contacted me before the holidays and wanted to know if we wanted to do a giveaway.
I think Nico has something to do with cats in Japanese.
Okay.
I think. I could be wrong.
Nekozuki. I'm not sure.
Well, that cat game is called Nekotsumi.
Okay.
So I think it has something to do with cats.
And she has offered to give away 2 bags. Not 1, 2. A large and a small bag. And it's going to be winner's choice, and she will mail you your bag, and you'll be able to choose the style of bag that you want as well. So
I had to laugh because my first thought was, I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong.
So what the prompt is, please let Katie know what organizational products you're looking for besides bags. So I will start a thread in the group, 1 post per person. You must be a member of the group to participate, and no chatter. You want to do the next part?
Not only is she giving away 2 bags, but she's also offered a coupon code for her shop, which is Nekozuki Knits on Etsy. And the code is the word 2 Tangled 10 so TWOTANGLED 10 for 10% off anything in her shop, which will expire February 29th, 2016.
Yeah.
I was like, 2015 isn't leap year. What are you doing? Don't do that. You're going to knock over the camera. It's 2016, February 29th.
So I joined a couple new podcasts this week. So I'm calling it On the Tube podcast to check out. New Hampshire Knits. What?
Sorry. Just to continue our theme, boob tube.
Boob tube.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay, so
because I'm 12.
New Hampshire Knits with Claire, who is a friend of Jen's, I believe, and she's a yarn.
Yes,
I think she's a yarn dyer.
Yes, she is.
Okay, so I checked her out. I also checked out Spicy Homemaker, who is Melissa, and who else? Yarn Junkie with Amber. And by the way, Katie from Nekozuki Knits also has a podcast, and I kind of like it. She's really cute.
It's all I can do to keep up with the ones I already watch.
Well, see, somebody last night was asking at Knit Night Teresa was asking how I keep up with podcasts, and I said, I have YouTube on at work, minimized. The videos are going, I've got my headphones, my earbuds in my ear, and if I need to see something, I click on it. And I have full permission to do so, because, yeah, sometimes it's the new Blueprint 2020 Office Space 2.0, whatever they call it. There are so many people crammed onto one floor. It's crazy. Like, I am literally 3 feet from the next person. So when I started back to work in October, I had a really hard time adjusting to every single noise. You can hear people chewing.
You can
they
hear
blow
them
their
thinking.
nose. People whisper and they think that's better. It's not, because then you're like, oh, well, what are they saying? And your ear just goes, whoop. Yeah. And I
At least
also,
it does if you're Sue.
there was one of the people that sits around me was a tapper, tapping her pen all the time.
I do that with my fingernails. I'm like, all the time.
So I have earbuds at work, and I also have a pair of headphones, what do you call them? Headphones?
Earbuds? Yeah.
Headphones. Big ones. When I really need to like turn the volume up, because in the earbuds it comes out and other people can hear what I'm watching. Podcasts, no big deal. And the last but not least, save your pennies, coupon codes.
Morgan from One Hook Double Stitch on Etsy has a coupon code for 10% off until January 31st. It's Tangled10.
Victoria Blue, that's her name on Etsy, gave us a coupon code
It's her name on Ravelry.
Ravelry. Gave us a coupon code for the 12th Arrow Cowl for $1 off of the pattern until February 8th, which coincides with the
End of
Downseller
the-
Studio Pigskin Party. So the coupon code is DCS Pigskin 1.
Darlene of Bags by Awesome Granny, who is one of our favorite grannies around. She's on Etsy. She has an ongoing coupon code for 10% off. Number 2TS10.
And that's no expiry date.
Yep.
Lisa of 6 Munchkin Stitching on Etsy has an ongoing coupon code for 10% off, and it's the word to Tangled, TWOTANGLED 10.
And we don't have a coupon for you so-and-so anymore, but Andrea does, so go join your group.
Yes.
The Cat Lady podcast
And
currently has a coupon code.
yes, and a side note, I will be working feverishly for the next week for my bag update that will be on January 31st. I have a lot of fabric to cut as she's looking at it.
Oh no, you're not cutting the TARDIS fabric, are you?
Where's the TARDIS fabric?
There, that's mine.
You bought that for me?
No, but you said somebody sent it to you, and you said I had dibs.
Okay, well, we'll see how much I have. Sorry. Oh, yes.
I have dibs on the exploding
Mandy
TARDIS.
sent it to me, I think. Yes.
Don't worry, there will be some left for the show.
There'll be some left, even if I have to do a mini bag. So that's going to happen, and I'm looking forward to it.
You still haven't started cutting, have you?
No, I'm going to be cutting this afternoon.
Oh boy, that's going to be a long week.
I want to get a lot of the cutting done today and tomorrow, and then I sew them in batches, but I do like one part of the sewing, all the bags, the next part of the sewing, all the bags.
Yep.
So, yeah, stay tuned. That's it.
And Rob will be here in 4 weeks. Yay! Sorry.
Is there a holiday that coincides with it?
Zach's birthday.
Right.
I think is it family week? I don't
It
think
might
it's
be family. No.
I think that's the week before. So,
Okay.
yeah, he's not coming on the long weekend, but
Yeah, he'll be here. That's all that counts, right? So that's it.
camp.
Oh, sorry.
So if you're part of camp, now's the time to pay attention. If you're not part of camp, have a good week.
Yep.
So Sue's cabin is the
Arctic Fox.
yes, and I am Team Ermine. Everybody keeps every time Jen tries to say the name, she's like Ermine, Ernine, and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it's
your cabin.
I looked it up because I wasn't convinced that was how it's pronounced.
It's
either.
Ermine, right? ERMINE.
Yes, and it's the weirdest damn name, but they're so cute.
Mm-hmm.
So I calculated my cabin's points last night.
What are you at?
We're up to 2,900, and when I calculate the points for the socks, that's probably gonna bump us up to
I haven't
3,000.
calculated in a couple days, but I was at like 2,500 when I did. But yeah, I mean, it's the first month, and a lot of people haven't submitted their projects. Like Mina's knitting socks like there's no tomorrow. So when she submits that to Andrea's group, that's going to make Andrea...
Mina is probably going to end up with a repetitive motion injury.
I think she knits while she sleeps. It's the only way I can see her finishing.
She's knit a pair of socks per day. Anyway.
So,
yes, I had one camper, Sally from Idaho, who had not posted anything. And then yesterday she posted like 6 or 7 projects that were all worth over 100 points.
yeah, so that'll do it.
That's why you didn't post. You didn't have time. You were busy knitting.
Sally's been on one of the VKNs.
She knits. Holy crap. Holy cow, holy crap got mixed up in a holy cap.
Holy cap.
Oh. I'm not very caffeinated yet today.
Camp is fun. It's a little bit of work, more work than we thought as cabin leaders. And we just want to say one thing to our cabin members. There are points. There is a list of what yarn gives you what points and how much yardage. You really need to follow it, because we will go in and we will change your amount if it's not proper. And if you have 50 grams listed in the FO thread, make sure that your project in Ravelry, the project page, has 50 grams.
I don't check that, but they do. I don't care.
I do.
But yeah, we've had some creative math. We've actually lost a couple of campers, unfortunately.
I mean, we're not doing it to be mean. We're doing it to be fair. And this is the
everybody
first year.
has to count their points the same way. We had one lady, I think it was Jen's cabin, who was trying to do creative math, and it was just like, no, don't do math. Just this is how it's done.
Basically, in each FO thread in my FOs, I put verified by Sue in bold, and I think everybody else is kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah, I verify mine. So.
You'll know I've checked your points and that they make sense.
Yeah, the only project that is pending currently in my cabin is my socks, because I don't have a scale and I didn't know how much I used. Now I have weighed the ball. I know how much I used. So, all I have to say to my ermines, you guys are awesome.
Foxes, you're doing great.
We're catching up with Andrea. Right up until Mina posts her projects. But
Exactly.
I think we have to accept that whoever's cabin Mina is in, they have an unnatural advantage. I swear this woman doesn't sleep. Or she does knit while she's sleeping. Because, wow.
We love you, Mina.
I'm slightly less fond of you than I was. But that's only because you're not in my cabin.
Yes. So, anyway.
But yes, so the camp thing is still going. I give away 25 bonus points to a random camper every Monday.
I gave away 50 points already through an Instagram, and I will be doing probably another one just before the end of the month for another 50.
Yeah, because Sarah's given each cabin leader 100 points to give away every month, bonus points. So I just do 25 to a random person every Monday.
Yep.
We all have our different ways of doing it. Some people are using Instagram. I'm not, because I know that not all my campers are on Instagram. So, plus I'm too lazy to figure out how to do this on Instagram. I'm very lazy. So it's funny because one of my campers, the only points she has are the 25 bonus points she won. I still have 4 or 5 campers who haven't posted any projects yet, but most of them are.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through my
board.
list and see if everybody has posted a FO. If not, I'll have to message them.
Yeah, I just messaged everybody who had not yet posted in the faux thread, regardless of whether or not they had finished a project. If they had posted in the faux thread to save their spot or whatever, I left them alone. But if they hadn't even done that, I was just like, are you guys still okay? Is everybody on board? And everybody was like, woohoo, yes we are! So it was kind of nice.
Yeah.
And Caleb, your Doctor Who socks, I want a pair.
I'll have to go look at those.
They're so nice.
So,
That's about it.
we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need a nap now.
Yeah.
Actually, I need to go to the gym now.
Happy crafting, and we will see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.